Real people, real celebrities, real talk.
Join the Breakfast Club. Weekday morning, 6 to 10.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Now we have Rob Hill Sr. here. He's an author, a writer,
He's a heart
motivational
healer.
speaker, a
Yes.
heart healer.
He makes people think. He's a thought provoker.
And I figured Charlamagne would love him because you can get a lot of inspirational quotes. I always see Rob Hill Sr. quotes posted all over my Instagram and Twitter.
Now, I can't steal Rob's quotes. See, the thing about Rob's quotes is Rob is current. So I like to go take like the Miami.
archives.
Yeah, people nobody know. You know what I'm saying? You can't take Rob and Tony Gaskins. Not now. They doing it now.
They paying attention.
Mm-hmm. So we were just having a discussion, and Charlamagne said that women are crazy, and I said that men are crazier. Now, who do you think is crazier, men or women?
I think it depends on the day. Depends on the moment. I think women are more willing to express that crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Men, we don't want to show emotion too much. We want to act like, we cool, like we got it all together. But I have heard of some guys doing some crazy stuff.
Like Angela says that I'm crazy because, I used to know a young lady. And
Let
her
me tell the
father,
story.
No, because you will exaggerate and embellish.
No,
and
I
I'm married
won't.
now, and I don't need this used against me in the court of law. But it was the girl's son was calling me daddy. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I wasn't doing anything to
But
this little boy.
He didn't tell the little boy no. He continued to read the book. to
You
the little
answered
boy.
when he called you daddy, like, yes.
No, I did not.
You told me you did.
I ain't answer.
You was like, Daddy, he was like, Daddy, read me a story. And you
right.
read him a book, you
I
said.
did not say that.
I asked you, what did you do? And you said, I read them. I read
did
him
read
the
him a
book.
book.
It happened more than once?
If a little one time. If a little boy come to you and say, or any little kid, let me read a book to me. I'm gonna read the book.
Daddy. And you're not his daddy.
Daddy would have threw me off, too. I can't say I would have answered to it, but, it was only one time. So
Now, right or wrong, if you don't have any intention on being serious with somebody, you should not be around their child like that.
I wouldn't really want too much interaction with your kid if I knew I wasn't going to be around you,
Mm-hmm.
for the long term. But some people are a little different. I know girls who they would rather you meet the kid up front, so they want to see how you interact with him and stuff like that. That's not my son. He won't meet him until I know I'm serious.
All right, I'm here to meet the. I don't care about your child.
Yeah, I'll just, I think that's kind of irresponsible, putting your kid around everyone like that.
Now, do you get a lot of chicks? Because I feel like you might have the pastor syndrome. Because like a lot of times the pastor, he preaches to the congregation and the girls get all into him and they cling on to his words. And then sometimes when they go in his room for studies, it turns into something else. Do you get a lot of that?
I don't do one-on-one counseling, like life coaching and stuff like that. I don't do that.
Gotcha.
The most advice you're going to get from me is on the internet. I don't do that because it's a slippery slope.
Got you.
They looking for one message that they can misinterpret, screenshot, boom, Rob Hill try to do that. So it's not an interest of mine. And it's always funny when people say, do you write to get girls? My neighbor, nobody never grows up and is like, yo, I'm going to be a writer. They get all the girls. Everybody loves writers.
You ain't
know
going to
what
make
I
me
mean?
believe Drake never thought that in his life.
Look, I can't speak for him. But in my instance, it wasn't that type of thing.
Well, any R&B singer, though, they write to get girls.
Yeah, but I can't sing.
True.
I can't sing. But no, I don't really have those problems. Now, granted, I will get approached. We will have those conversations. But right now, I'm not single, so I'm not interested.
Got you. People like to judge you, too. They like to be like, oh, Rob Hill, he full of it because he'll give all his positive quotes out, but then he in the club with us. So what?
I mean, I can't live.
Right.
At the end of the day, I'm 27.
Right.
And that's what lets you know what people think about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
If we're in the same place and you think I'm wrong for being there, and what does that say about you?
True.
You know what I mean? I really don't see the problem. It's not like I can have a drink. You know what I mean? I can have a drink. I can listen to music. There's nothing wrong with that.
And you make mistakes
I'm good.
because you're human as well.
Yeah, I mean, we all gonna
And
make
we don't all
mistakes.
follow our own advice, and we don't always know. We don't always do what's the best thing.
Oh, yeah, there's no perfect way to get it right. And I always tell people that. That's why I don't claim expert. Now, granted, I'm somebody who has opinions on relationships. But I'm not about to sit here and say I'm an expert. You can't be an expert at people. We change every day.
And ratchetness and righteousness is the yin and the yang of life. It's a perfect balance.
You got to have a little bit of both.
Don't you tweet that. That's me.
Nah, you got it. You got that one. You got that one.
Now, I had a discussion about this yesterday. We were talking about Wiz Khalifa and Amber Rose's breakup.
Okay.
And I say that women and men deal with breakups very differently. A lot of times they say women deal head on with their feelings. They deal with it and they're able to get over it because they face their emotions. They're depressed. I feel like men sometimes hide that for a little while and they put it to the side and they go out and they wild out a little bit and then it comes back to them later on.
I mean, I think that's 100% correct.
Mhm.
I think that, especially in my younger days, if we broke up, I got to replace you with somebody new. That was the whole objective of it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And after a while, you learn that it doesn't work. It's not the same. Now granted, she may not be hurt, but it's still just a pacifying thing. You're not really fixing the situation.
Mm-hmm.
You're not really dealing with anything either.
Now, I've also read that if you cheat on somebody, you shouldn't tell them if they're not going to find out. People say that it's a selfish thing to tell somebody that you cheated because it's the way of getting rid of your own guilt. And if they're never going to find out, then just let it go and don't do it.
Now, why the hell would I tell somebody I cheated? What the hell?
Some people confess, like, I feel so bad, I cheated on you,
Please.
I have to get this off my chest.
I think if you was going to feel that bad, you shouldn't have done it. And I think
But
that
mistakes happen.
Yeah, now, granted, mistakes happen. Nobody's perfect, but I think, like, if I felt so bad, I know you're never going to know, but I just have to come tell you. In the back of my mind, I can't be thinking that I want this to work out beyond that point. Like, I can't be. I must be telling you so you know you can break up with me. You know, I was trying to give you a reason or something to that effect.
That's what makes me feel guilty, too. Like, if I smash a chick, like, the guilt of knowing that I can never smash this chick ever again. Like, she's never going to get this good ever again. That's what makes me feel guilty. That's what makes me feel
throws
bad.
you off?
That
This guy's
throws me
crazy.
all the way. Now, you're a heart healer. How would you heal Wiz Khalifa's heart right now? Because he's clearly hurting, hair purple out here in these streets.
Listen, I tell people the only way to heal your heart is to open it. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people run from what they feel. A lot of people run from what they go through, and a lot of us lie to ourselves about what actually happened. So, you know, if he was to do that, I'm not sure the ins and outs of what happened, but he would just have to be honest with himself about what happened and what he wants to happen moving forward.
Do you think cheating is a deal breaker?
It depends on the relationship. I don't think it's one forever. I think when you get close enough to a person and y'all been through enough, cheating not the worst thing that can happen.
So if your girl cheated on you, could you forgive her?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Now, it's a difference between forgiving her and wanting to stay in that relationship. I could definitely forgive her without a doubt, but it depends on how it happened, you know, for me to be able to say I would still be there. Because I have been cheated on before, and I didn't want to be there. But I was a much different person then.
If it was just physical, it's easier to forgive. When you find out it was some type of emotional connection, that's what makes it hard.
See, I can't. If she's my girlfriend, I know that she doesn't have sex just for the exercise. You know what I mean? Just for physical. I know that she would have had to have some emotional, you know, connection with him to be with him. That and alone is enough.
Because she get all the emotional stuff from you with the quotes and all that good
But
stuff.
that's
That's a big pipe down from somebody else.
I guess that's a misconception. I'm not like at home, you know, writing by candlelit every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't, you know, a lot of my point of view comes from experience, you know, and I wasn't always compassionate or even, you know, somebody who cared to articulate. You know, I was the guy who, you know, I'm a Virgo. I shut you out and disappear. You know, that was me. So I didn't really deal with a lot, period. And I still have those, you know, tendencies, so to speak. But I just learned how to deal with them a little bit better. But nah, it would just depend on the situation. It would depend on the situation.
Are you a religious person?
Yes. Well, excuse me. I believe myself to be spiritual. But a religion I've claimed, you know, most of my life is Christianity.
You ever thought about being an actual pastor or deacon?
Nah, I can't do that. One,
too much expectation?
Nah, it's just the politics of it all. It's not for me. I'll put it like this. The reason why I can't do life coaching is because you pay me to fix your problem or to sort through your problem, right? Now, if I know I make my living based off of your problems, it doesn't benefit me to actually help you fix them, right?
True.
So why would I help you? All I'm going to do is pacify the problem and then make you think it's something else.
Yeah.
And then the next time we get closer to that, I'm going to make you think it's something else. So I feel like it would be irresponsible on my behalf. If my money depends on your problems, then I really have no motivation to help you solve them.
Right.
So that's why I don't do one-on-one counseling. And you know, and a lot of it, if my well-being depends on people bringing offering and stuff like that, it's nothing against pastors. It's just, for me, that's not what I got in it for.
But people do always have problems, so you could fix someone's problem and then move on to the next person, next person, next person.
We could do that. We could do that. Or I feel like I put out enough.
Right.
You know, if you like my perspective, you can go there.
Now, let me ask you some questions. People email me questions all the time for Ask Yee.
Okay.
So here's one. Now, this woman said she's been married for 15 years and recently found out her husband has a newborn baby. She said neither one of them left each other. They stayed together, but she told him he had to choose which family he wanted to be with. So he stayed with his wife and with his family. She said he could take care of the baby financially, but no contact or limited contact, maybe once a month with that person and the child. Now, she said that woman is also married with 5 kids by her husband, no job, and on welfare.
Wow.
And this is who he cheated on her with and had a baby with. So he has to go outside and go to the phone booth in order to talk to her, in order to talk to the baby. But she said,
Phone booth?
yes. She said phone booth. I don't know. She's,
Where the hell
anyway.
does he live?
She said, I will not ever accept that child in our family or around our kids, period. And she said, I found out when I quit my job to attend school, and he makes it seem like it was my fault. And what should she do?
Well,
Just advice.
From what you read, it sounds like it's over.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to put him in a position where he has to choose, and also you're going to put him in a position to where his son, how it happened is irrelevant at this point if you tried to stay with him, but that's still his son, and if you want to allow his son to be around the other kids and stuff like that, that's just breeding division. That kid's going to grow up with contentment, but eventually he's going to start to resent you too. If you can't forgive across the board, then I think it's dead.
Then what happens financially? Because she said she quit her job to go to school. So now maybe she needs her husband there. Because a lot of people stay in a marriage or in a relationship because they need that person financially.
I think that's unfortunate. To me, that goes back to people who saying, you got to be loyal, but I need you. I can't really be loyal to you if I need you. I'm loyal to my needs, not to you. So I think
that's so real, man.
In the same thing about that relationship. Like, if she feels stuck, you're not in a position to really be making demands. And it would, to me, it would seem like, hey, let's work this out, but I do need your assistance as my husband. And you just got to be honest about the situation. Now, if she feels like he's going to be spiteful and be like, nah, I ain't helping you, you won't allow me to do this, blah, 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 then of course that's just another sign that it's over.
Right.
Can you say that thing again? But if you're not loyal to me,
to your needs,
no, because you know why that's so real? Because I always say if you want to see how somebody truly is, watch how they treat people that can't do nothing for them.
Right. Now, I just think that people mistake loyalty, and I feel like I could never truly be loyal to someone that I felt like I needed. If I need you, I'm loyal to my needs, not you. You know what I'm saying? So when my needs change, my loyalty to you will change. That's why everybody gets so mixed up with their friendships and stuff.
I do know a lot of women that are scared to leave their husbands because they have children and because they feel like, I don't know what's going to happen with the family. I don't know what's going to happen financially. Am I going to have to sell my house? Are my kids going to suffer because of this? And I do know, I know a lot of women in that situation.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they can't get out of it. It may be rough. It may be hard. It may require a whole bunch of adjusting.
Right.
But at the end of the day, that's life. And what you will do is teach your kids about perseverance. You'll teach them, because they're going to fall. They're going to fail. They're going to make mistakes. You teach them how to dig themselves out of a hole. Right. So you can't run from that.
But listen, what's wrong with, that was a great point, but what's wrong with being loyal to your needs? Because I see a lot of times in friendship, when business comes into play, that person who may be your friend that you're doing business with may not understand everything you need at the time. So if you need to make a business decision without him involved, sometimes the friend will get mad. What's wrong with being loyal to your needs and and still being loyal to your friends? Just because you're loyal to your need doesn't mean that you're not loyal to a friend to me.
No, I don't think that you have to choose one side or the other. But I think any friend who understands your situation knows that I'm not a part of everything my friends do. That would be, I'm not going to say it would be impossible, but it's just not expected. I would expect you to do what's best for you. I would expect, the next friend to do what's best for them. Just like I would hope that they expected the same from me. Right. And just because you may not agree, you may not even approve, you may not like it, it doesn't matter. If you know that it's going to put me in a better position, you got to respect it.
Right.
And as friends, that's all you can expect. People who respect your situation.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we appreciate you joining us today.
You got
And
more
no,
questions?
let everybody know about the tour that you have and your books and everything, so they can know where to find.
Oh yeah, if you want to keep up with me, you can go to robhillsenior.com. That's ROBHILLSR.com. It'll have my tour dates, my books, and everything up there. So.
All right. You need somebody to sing that for you, man. When you go out, the Heart Healer. It's too regular. Like when you hit the stage, it's got to be somebody humming that.
I need a theme song.
The Heart Healer.
We're gonna work on that.
Is there a TV show in the works or anything?
I got a couple of things that are coming my way. I'm not gonna say a TV show for me, but I am getting in screenwriting, songwriting, that type of thing.
Oh, now you want to write.
I want to branch.
You know what though? You know what's funny?
I want to branch out.
I got into it with Tony Gaskins because he was like trying to start a beef with you. He was like, "I'm better than Rob."
Well, why would he do that?
I don't know.
But shut up. You didn't. That did not happen. Why are
I
you
said,
listening?
look, I sat down with Tony one time in Vegas. I mean, he's a cool guy.
Bradley's kind of hating on you a little bit.
Bradley, what he saying?
I mean, it doesn't matter.
You probably felt it though when y'all was sitting there.
Nah, I mean, listen, I come from a neighborhood full of guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The way we talk, the way people talk on the internet, ain't nobody smack me. I never care, you know? So even if he did have any discontent or anything like that, it wouldn't.
What do you think of Tony?
Don't listen to him. He's making this all up. Why are you listening to him? He just made that up. Tony Gaskins is not beefing with you.
I'm trying to start beef between.
Why would you do that?
I got respect for Tony.
Between motivational speakers.
Look, when I first started,
Oh my
I
gosh.
emailed Tony.
Okay.
And I was like, yo.
He said you was biting his
I'm
style
trying
kind of
to
though.
get.
He said he was trying to get in his lane.
Hey.
He said he was T-Pain, you trying to be Future. That's what he told me. Oh my goodness. No, I'm lying. I made all that.
Nah,
Yeah, we know.
I love Tony.
He knows all love.
I love Tony Gaskins and Rob Hill Sr. They are very necessary for our community, and I truly, truly mean that.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
And I just like what y'all do, man.
I appreciate that.
Word.
I appreciate that.
Well, we appreciate you joining us. Rob Hill Sr. is the
Started a
Breakfast
beef
Club.
this
Good
morning for no
right?
reason.